and this will be available on Google Hangouts as a recording. It's also a live session, so at any moment we can have a guest show up, and if they ask any questions, we can try to address the questions they ask. Adi, you want to start us off?
Sure. They're holding some elections in Myanmar, and I think it's their first democratic election. So that's pretty much what's happening in Myanmar. And I think President Obama said something about a more peaceful, prosperous future.
Okay, now something I know about Myanmar is that it's sometimes called Burma,
Right.
and there was a dictator there, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's why it's so huge to have some real democracy or democratic elections.
Here it is. Myanmar generals set the stage for their own exit. This capital, built from scratch by Myanmar's former dictators, is filled with soldiers, police officers, and civil servants. Okay, and then we have Obama there and the people of Myanmar. So it seems like there's a free and fair election, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that looks good. Do you think, let's see, who else is there? Adrian, do you think this will be a possible selection?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't heard too much about it recently.
Mhm. And again, this is, well, I mean, one of these says 16 hours ago, 12 hours
Yeah.
ago, 1 hour ago, so it's very recent. But
So like,
we have to think about like the impact, like how much of an impact can it cause in our global community?
Um,
how current do those tests like go by? Like the test we're gonna take Saturday. When is like the most recent thing gonna pop up?
Okay, there's a window. Let me show you. UIL Texas. If you just Google UIL Texas,
Mm-hmm.
you should get to that uiltexas.org website. And under academic contest, academics, then academic contests, and you current issues and events, and it has a okay. These are the guidelines: 40 multiple choice questions and one essay. And within here, you can find. Let me see if it's on this one. Okay, does anyone remember like when the window starts?
um, what what do you mean the window?
Yeah,
Oh, you mean when the days start?
yes, like the,
Was
the the time from when
wasn't
you're
it
supposed to start looking at.
Au- was it August? No, August 25th, or I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe we should go over some old news. Maybe.
Yeah, because if you see here, there's sample questions. What areas will you cover? And remember we talked about these last time?
Oh,
Right.
here it is. Invitational is that's what we're doing, right? On the Saturday? Oh
Yes.
wait, no. Oh no, that's well here it says invitational August 24th to January 1st. So I think that's until January. So, but I'm pretty sure it starts August 24th. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think
Any material after August 24. There it is. Okay. And then, oh, now we have two Sabrinas. There. Okay, and then you see here that it also says timeliness, elements of the news, timeliness, conflict, political, ideological, cultural, consequence, prominence, proximity, oddity, human interest. So there's questions of like who, right? Who is this person? And there's other questions that are where questions, like where. So this could easily be a where question, right?
Yeah.
Where was the reign of a dictator stopped because of a democratic election, right, in the Middle East or in Asia, and this could be one, right? It could be that type of question. Um, what did you suggest? Going over some news from the past?
Yeah, from like maybe you can look up like major news from late August and then September and October.
Okay, let's try that. So where should I go?
Probably news from late August
News from
or August 2015.
August 2015. Okay, let's see what it's. Done. Weekend Pictures, BBC News, CNN, Today's View. August 2015, current events, world news. The immigration crisis intensifies. Oh, again, and this has been ongoing news. Remember?
Yeah, I think Germany said they would take 800,000 possible immigrants or migrants, and the reason they were taking most of these migrants was because their population was also getting older as well, and then they could have a bigger economic powerhouse. Actually, Germany is the economic powerhouse of the EU, so maybe it could be a plus point for them, or maybe it's because some say it's because they feel guilty about World War II, but I don't think that's why they're taking these immigrants in.
I mean, they are the ones in the position to do so, right?
Right. I mean, but there should be more countries willing in the EU to take immigrants or migrants coming in.
Hmm. I mean, Germany's your big brother there, so they're the
Right.
ones that are going to end up doing it. And then we have Iraq Prime Minister calls for overhaul of government. That's August 9th, so we don't have to worry about that, right?
No.
Well, let's not put things into our mind that won't be there. Okay, let's again.
Well,
The Greek Prime Minister, Germany is involved in this as well with the Greece bailout. Remember?
oh, that's right.
So this again, the 27th popped up again. I don't know. Okay, when was it? The 24th?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this one? Can you really hear? Is it legible?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. ISIS destroys ancient temple in Palmyra. And that could be in there, because just to show how ISIS has been kind of taking over and not caring over about things like this, like temples and art, they're just kind of destroying everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, should we check? Was that it?
There's some good stuff in September. I don't know if they're gonna like whenever the Pope came to the U.S. I don't know if they're gonna ask stuff on that or if they could.
Look at this. Look at this picture. This points back to that immigrants in the crisis, right? What is this? Oh, didn't we have a few shootings?
Oh, that's right at a university, right?
Right? And then didn't we have a during this week?
Yeah,
Didn't we have-
I heard that there was like KKK members like in a Missouri university. I don't know if that's true, but like I think Jonas said it like 2 days ago in my class, and that they were like holding like the classes hostage or something. I don't know how like accurate it is.
Yeah, I think it was in regards to a game. They were going to cancel a game, and they wanted the chancellor or the president of a university to resign, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I read that the chancellor did resign.
Yes, they gave in, I guess, right? Yeah, anyone want to share? You know, you guys can share your screen as well. You know that, right? I think it would be better if you
Wait, how do
share
we do that?
on the left side. If you're using a computer, on the left side, it has the screen share icon.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so anyone can go next. Sabrina, can you share your screen? And then we'll move to the left to Mauricio, if he can. If he can't, then we'll move on to Adrian and then to Adi.
Okay. Hold on.
Is it working?
Let me see. Um. Okay, I got it. Can you see it?
Um, yes, we can see it now.
Well, I found something, but I don't know how recent it is, but I've done it for my security class. Let me see.
What's up, dude?
Obama bans the box.
That's that.
What's that?
Sorry, guys. My internet's going slow. I don't know why.
What was this about? Obama bans the box.
Okay, so Obama, he was the first sitting president in a prison, so he could try to ban the box where you check mark if you have committed a crime or not,
Oh yeah.
because of criminal discrimination, I guess. Reformers like the Black Lives Matters and like half the Senate and even like the artists like John Legend were pushing for like reform movements, and so Obama decided to ban the box basically, so they could give a fair chance to first year ex-convicts a chance at like regaining their life into society. But that wasn't federal government jobs, so that's what I had read. But like other people have already like put it into legislation, like a governor from I don't know where had already signed it like a year ago into legislation, and here Hillary Clinton was endorsing it and so forth. So I don't know. There's pros and cons to this.
And what was the pros? I mean, of course, I mean, we kind of all know, right? Like giving a chance to a person to reform their lives and work, and that sounds like a pro. But what's the con then?
For what?
Yeah, what's the downside to it?
The downside? Well, my teacher and I were arguing about it, but um, like there's a difference between like the felonies you have created. There's like a harmless felony that you committed like in college while you're being young and reckless, and there's another type of felony or crime when you had just done it like a year ago or like months ago or whatever. But he felt that it was like not in the best favor because you don't want like ex-convicts to be in there. I guess I don't know. I don't know what he was arguing about, but
Oh, I think the Republicans were arguing something about like letting criminals get out of prison earlier. Like I think they were spouting out some numbers like 6,000 criminals got out, but it doesn't matter because 600,000 people get out of prison every year, so 6,000 isn't anything, and that's not really the issue because most of these laws that put them into jail usually has to do with drugs, and according to Obama, it's supposed to be a minor. It's not as bad as say murder or it's not. How would he categorize it as a serious crime? I think that was the issue. It's more about giving a person a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Non-violent offenses, right?
Yeah, nonviolent offenses.
mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the first time that this comes out, right? I think it's also has been developing news.
Yeah.
Oh, it says on July. Hmm.
But they
But
were
it's
talking about it recently.
yeah, and it's still considered like recent news because it takes time for some of these pieces to develop.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
So then what's next? Anyone else want to share? You want to share your screen? Mauricio, do you have access to share your screen?
Yeah. Um,
Okay. Oh.
well, wait, hold up, George. Oh, earlier I was how do I do this? Well, I was reading about this earlier. Like, it's about ISIS. What a please. Uh, they basically just like they started killing a bunch of people from Yazidi, like, and they just like, yeah. Jorge.
I'll share my screen next if it's
Yeah, and then so people from ISIS and what's going on?
Wait, hold on. So my little brother's acting up.
It's okay. So what's going on with ISIS?
Oh, they were just committing crimes against like the people from the. Well, is Yazidi like a part of the country? Cause like I'm not like I don't know a lot about the Middle East, or is it just like a culture, or is it just like how do you say it?
I think it's a cultural ethnic group, uh, or minority, a religious minority.
Oh, so it's just like how do I say this? Like when Hitler like did to like the Jews type of thing.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Mhm. I think this is yeah, this is important. Remember, there's 40 questions, multiple choice. This could easily be in there, you know. Words like genocide, you know, they
Yeah.
stick out like a sore thumb. And if there's more on this, then I think it could be in there.
Mhm.
Okay, Adrian, you had something to share?
I don't know. It's basically like this web page. How do I share the screen again?
On the left side, it's
Yeah.
below the
It's
chat.
green
It's like a little green button. You just press it.
on the left side.
Yeah.
Oh, screen share. I
Alright.
see.
Alright, Josh, you can play now.
Is this like
You can play now. You don't have to be mad at me.
share?
Say mean things.
Hey, so what is it sharing right now?
They're not showing anything yet.
Nothing. Your screen.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, what is this? Just like my whole screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's this website. It's called infoplease.com, and it like shows like this right here is like current events like during October. I don't know if we went over this or not, but like the gunman at Oregon Community College.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
we're
yeah.
talking about. But we went over the August.
Oh, there's the September one right here. I don't know if we want to go over like things like
Okay, yeah, we did August, so now let's do the September one. Let's see what's there.
Oh, there was this one that I found interesting. Whenever the Speaker of the House resigned, I don't know if that seems like something that would come up during the test.
Yeah.
John Bower.
But
Yeah,
he started crying, didn't he? Like
Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah, John Boehner. John Boehner. It's not the first time he cries. You know, I think he cried.
He does that a lot.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the reason why he stepped down? It says he already planned to denounce the partnership.
Oh, he was saying something about the Republican Party, that it wasn't the same party he got into. Like, my government teacher was talking about how the Republican Party might not exist, or it'll turn into a different party soon because there's so many different perspectives in it. And so it's not really the same one view party used to be. That's why there's so many candidates representing the Republican Party right now, and the views are a little bit different. And that's
Yeah.
why Boehner resigned, because he couldn't handle, representing all these different views that he didn't agree with.
And he's a from a different generation, right?
Yeah.
An old school Republican, and nowadays, you know, there's just so much going on, and I think like the Tea Party, right? It's kind of branching out into different things, you know. And I don't know what's gonna happen.
What's up, dude?
What exactly is his job like to do as a Speaker of the House? Is it just like to speak to the public, or?
Bro. What's up?
Adi, you're the one taking government, right?
Yeah, he's actually third in line for the presidency, president, vice president, then it's the Speaker of the House.
Mhm.
And I think he's like the next biggest guy who deals with legislation. Um, he's actually the leader of pretty much of Congress, so he basically kind of speaks for Congress or the Senate, really, and so he's like another powerful person when it comes to creating legislation and laws. So that kind of like goes in with the three branches of government.
And not only that, but if the House is a Republican House, then
Yeah,
No.
that's why Obama hasn't been able to pass maybe whatever he has wanted to pass, and it looks like he hasn't done a lot because it's mostly the Republican Congress that doesn't want these things
Wait,
to
but
pass.
doesn't that happen to like all presidents? Like the president is like a Republican, and like most of the Congress is
Yeah, I think
the opposite.
the only few exceptions there was FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and when he came in, it was the Great Depression, right? And that time he was a Democratic president, and he also had a Democratic what was it, Congress. So that's why he was able to pass everything in his first 100 days. got a lot of work done like that. So, I mean, you could have both in the same party. It just depends on how the American people vote or how the electorate votes. That's how it works.
And who's the person who replaced John Boehner?
Oh, Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan. Okay. It's interesting. Vote against the
He was
Iran
Mitt
nuclear deal.
Romney's running mate, I think,
Yeah.
in the 2012.
There's that.
What else is going on there on that September?
Well, here's the world news. There's immigration crisis continues. Guatemalan president arrested over corruption allegations. Vote against Iran nuclear deal is blocked by the U.S. Senate Democrats.
Wait, didn't like a month ago like the Romanian something happened in Romania? Like something about corruption also?
Oh,
Somebody
their government was down or something? Or something about the minister or
I remember something happened in Romania, but like I don't know. Like not exactly.
Well, like if someone else finds it, then you can share your screen.
I'll look here right now.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Disaster and science news. Or what were the things that we're gonna go over? War and conflict, international.
Education, war, conflict, science, domestic technology,
technology,
environment.
education, awards, honors, medias, and death.
Yeah, Adi, you want to share your screen?
I'm not sure how to. I have an iPad and I don't know how that works. I'm looking at the left side and there's not really anything.
No, if you're on an iPad, I don't think you can. I think that applies to
Oh,
computer.
Oh, George.
That's fine now. Let me see if I can
Wait, dame un control.
get mine. Yeah.
I've never really taken the test before, but I'm pretty sure like after Saturday, like once we take it, like it'll be like helpful like towards us studying and like finding out what type of things we need to find out, and like how the questions are like, or what kind of details they like dwell into on like issues.
That's right. And then we also there's a sample here. Like we were going over it right now. Look. You see that?
Oh yeah, according to science,
That's B. Obviously, yes. That was close enough. Wait, there's also an essay after all the multiple choice, right?
Yes, and we're also gonna cover what essays. Look, no celebrity questions.
Oh, like no field questions? That's what it means?
No, like no.
Oh, like actual celebrities?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Yes.
No celebrity questions.
Who cares?
No impossible stuff. Look at this.
Pretty sure we're gonna go calculations. It's kind of.
No number questions. You don't have to remember exactly how many thousands of dollars or anything like that. I think it's kind of like a bigger picture kind of thing.
Yeah, the concept.
Yeah, like as long as you know the major points, you have to know like specific numbers or things like that. So I might ask. Okay, so the country, yes, but not the number.
Easy.
Oh, nothing too easy. I was just like, are you serious? Like, is that like an actual question?
Yeah, no, something like that would be too easy, right?
Yeah.
So no sports. So they're not necessarily going to ask about the sport, but about the way that the sport impacts a country. Or but you see how this one has brought more than 13.6 billion in tourism and income to the host country.
Oh, which
So it's because it causes an impact. It causes a, whether it's an economic one or a social political impact. So those might be included, but not because of the sport, more because of like a wider view on things. United States presidency, national and state elections, international conflict. Again, with international conflict, don't we have the Syria going on, right?
Mhm.
We have Iranian nuclear ambitions. Do you remember about what happened? What happened in Iran?
um
Do you guys
what
remember
happened?
what happened?
They lifted the sanctions of Iran for the deal in exchange for the deal.
They did lift the sanctions, and then there was Republicans were upset
Proposing
about
it.
it, and they wanted to write. They actually I think they wrote.
Ah,
I think they wrote something, and they said, you know what? Don't don't take the president's word, and he doesn't. He's not the one that gets to decide. So they kind of were, you know, they were going against what the president had decided, and there was that was kind of a news item going on for a while. So I don't know if there was ever any follow up on that. I haven't checked up on it, but I think that's something we need to check. Like,
It passed, right? It definitely
also,
passed.
I think so. I think it
Yeah,
did.
it passed.
It passed, but like still, like there was a debate as to how they were gonna check to see, and I know that somewhere along the line it was mentioned that the U.S. had complete control to just go in whenever they chose, and maybe we can follow up on that because um, sooner than later it's gonna make the news again.
Right.
U.S. Supreme Court decisions. Any important Supreme Court decision? Maybe we can Google that. U.S.
Yeah,
Supreme Court, right?
we're
U.S.
wait, would they only include like current ones
Well, from April, right? Since April.
since April?
When was because here the Supreme Court expanded the rights of gay Americans? When was that?
I think it was in the summer, I want to say.
It was in the summer. I thought it was closer. I thought
Or
it was
maybe?
August. But
Yeah.
right now, like that source that we went over, like it said July. So I don't know.
oh, I think it's June 26th.
There's the DOJ, the Department of Justice, appealing to Supreme Court on immigration plan. Oh, but wait a minute, it's from Fox News. Let's just go back. We want reliable sources.
Is
Oh,
is Fox News like very biased, or the news is at least?
I would think so, yes.
yeah, it's narrow in its viewpoint. It caters to Republicans,
Yeah.
Republican viewpoints. Oh, there was this one court case. It was called Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions versus Abercrombie and Fitch stores. Oh wait, no, never mind. It was in June 1st. That's too early.
Well, how about this one? I think this one could be on it. Ruling in Mexico sets into motion legal marijuana. Right?
Yeah.
When you think about the impact that it could have, just being our, our
Our neighbor.
neighbor to the south.
Wasn't it only like it only allowed the use or like the selling for like 4 people or 4 companies?
Well,
I, I thought I read that it wasn't that big.
even if it does, you know, as soon as they start that rhetoric of legalizing, sometimes what ends up happening is, you know, it goes from one thing to another. And you know, the way that kind of happened in the United States, where first it became legal for medical use, and then eventually there's just states, you know, like Colorado or Washington that legalized it for recreational purposes. So I think, you know, if that happened in the U.S. And it's now, you know, put into motion in Mexico, and I think that the trend might happen over there as well. Just a matter of time, maybe. So maybe this could be in there, but if later on something else happens with it, then for sure it'll be there. The only reason I would think that they won't include it would be because if it involves drugs, and since it involves drugs, you know, being a school event, they might decide to kind of not add a question about this. But as far as importance goes, if this test were just a test, or if we were really measuring kind of an impact these news items would have, I think this one would be one, you know, to kind of throw in there. And there was, let's see, U.S. Supreme Court expands immunity for killer cops. I don't know that. Oh, Scalia, right?
No.
No, is he?
He's one of the Supreme Court justices. I think his name is Anthony Scalia, and he's been on it for a while, you know. And
Antonin.
look, Antonin Scalia, and I guess recently he was speaking about. And I think he's a Republican, like he's a conservative justice. Do we know? Do you guys know the how many justices are conservative and how many are liberal?
Not sure, but I think they might ask who the Chief Justice is, or yeah, it's John Roberts. It's John Roberts Court. Like, because each era of the Supreme Court is determined by the Chief Justice, and right now it's John Roberts Court.
November 9. Okay, but aside from knowing, but yeah, they can ask that who is the Supreme Justice. So it would be John Roberts. Look, in this picture, he kind of looks like Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
Not too much. And look, here's Antonin Scalia right behind him. Okay, so that could be a question. John Roberts. Oh, and then Justice Sonia Sotomayor. That was last like 2 years ago, right? You've
Uh,
been following news for a while. Then you know that she was appointed by Barack Obama. She's one of the first,
Hispanic.
yeah, Hispanic justices. I think she's from Puerto Rico, I think. What else? Well, we had the didn't we have a Democratic debate, and then we had a second Republican debate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes or no?
Is where isn't hasn't there already been a third one? A third Republican?
Third Republic, yes. Like the latest one was the third Republican debate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be November 10th. Trump gets stumped in fourth GOP debate. Fourth. No, I saw the first one and then I couldn't keep track of the rest. Okay, Ben Carson. Have you heard about Ben Carson so far?
Yes.
What's going on with him?
Well, they're just looking at his background. Like the media has been looking at what he's been claiming, like how he stabbed some kid and how he was violent when he was in his childhood, like saying something about almost beating his mom with a hammer, or and they were looking at him and saying that nobody remembers any of this. I think that's what the media has been saying about him.
Then wasn't there also something in regards to whether he was accepted to a military school or whether he got a scholarship to a school or not?
I haven't heard that.
I heard that he was claiming to have been accepted into a certain school, and when they checked, it turned out that he hadn't. I'm not too sure. I think it was him. I'm not too sure if maybe it was someone else, like a different candidate. Yeah. Oh, we talked about this last time. Remember the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, China was left out. So in this kind of situation, I think they would ask who was left out. So you guys probably need to know that in the Trans-Pacific Partnership, I don't know how many countries. I think Mexico was one of them as well, and China was left out. You know what's happening with Jeb Bush?
Isn't he losing like very badly?
Yes, he's not really.
I thought Jeb Bush had jumped out of the race. Yeah, I remember. I think Ms. Gonzalez said that in my class. Like a lot of them were dropping out of the race already.
Oh, he's dropping
Yeah.
out?
I think so.
Oh,
Like Jeb Bush. I think also from the Democratic Party. I think it was Jim Webb. I think he dropped out also already.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Him
Wait,
and
was he
Lincoln
ever on?
Chafee.
Was he ever in the race?
Yeah, Jim Webb.
Who? Jeb Bush?
No, Jim Webb.
Jim
I
Webb?
think.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but I remember like, I saw the Democratic debate, and he was just complaining about how he never got enough time because they were
Oh
just
yeah.
focusing on Sanders and Clinton. So it was just
And
like
again, like, the reason I say I'm being a little bit sarcastic in saying it because I'm saying,
oh,
was he ever in the race? Like,
oh, I ain't got you. I ain't got you.
I think he just kind of
I
stood at
thought
the
you
line and never started running.
I thought you were talking about Lincoln Chafee. They were making fun of him on SNL.
And yes, I saw that as
Or
too. Like,
the Colbert Report, like as if he wasn't running at all.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
SNL they said, oh, here we have Hillary, and then we have Bernie Sanders, and then we have the other ones that are just here or something like that. The other ones that are they're showing up so that it looks forward. I don't know what they said. Have you seen well, we don't have the Colbert Report anymore, but have you seen Trevor Noah?
Oh yeah, Trevor Noah. Comedy Central? Or
Yes. Yeah, the one that took over for
oh, he was
the
also
Daily
on.
Show for Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of good news comes from that, but um, it's a daily thing, right? It comes out on a daily basis. You guys have you guys watch that?
Yeah, you're trying to. Which one?
Do you watch the Daily Show with Trevor Noah?
Just on YouTube.
No.
No.
Is it on? Do you have? I have Hulu Plus, and I don't know if you can get it on regular Hulu.
There's that.
Is it on Hulu for free?
Freedom
Probably
of
not.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Yes.
good if you watch it because they do go over the major things, and if you keep up with the show like the Daily News, the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, then you will be able to kind of know what the major events are. I mean, but right now that I'm very busy, I don't have a chance to watch it, but I would watch it like regularly. No, look, how about this one? I kind of like this website. You see this?
Uh, Okay. But it says decided June 29th.
Yes, yes, but just the format, how they show who voted,
Yeah.
and they have more over here, so we'll see. So lethal injection, 5-4. What is this one? Same-sex marriage, June 26th. No, so that one doesn't count. Healthcare subsidies, June 25. Pollution limits, June 29. Do you notice something? Like when you see the votes, they're either all on the right side or all on the left side.
I think they order them like that, cause oh no, no, no.
You see that?
No, I
Yeah,
think it's the same people on the same side. Or
yeah.
right, yeah, it's the same people on the same side.
But how come like when they vote, it's not like the second one and the eighth one?
Um,
Oh, I see what you mean.
You see that? You have your left side and your right side,
Yeah.
and that
Maybe.
that reflects their views. That's the left and that's the right.
I th I think Roberts was put in when Bush was president. So in yeah. So
And again, some of these might be moderates, right?
right.
Or they might be, for single particular issues, they might, go in a different direction from their inclination, but they do have a tendency, to either left or right. Pollution limits. Is that partisanship and redistricting? What is redistricting?
When they draw the district lines again, and then is that it?
Isn't that called like gerrymandering?
yeah, gerrymandering. It's so like to be in
Yeah.
favor of candidates, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Housing
Is that the same thing?
Well, redistricting, I guess, is like the connotation of gerrymandering is when it's done for the
Yeah.
purpose. And then redistricting is just normal,
Yeah.
it's a normal procedure. Housing discrimination.
Oh, nine. They just,
Oh, look at this one.
yeah, they all unanimous.
Yeah. The Confederate flag. Do you see this? You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Division powers.
Now, these aren't going to be included in the test, right?
Yeah.
It's still good to know. Social media and free speech. One. Let's just keep going further back. So, yeah, if we can find one of these major Supreme Court cases in 2015 later on and show the newer ones, that would be good for us to. If anyone finds one, uh, keep a note of it so we can share it on the next meeting. So you can find a list that includes all the Supreme Court cases and who voted for what. A page kind of like this one. What else? Any other thing that's going on?
So I've been looking for things that that I think that would be on there, and I don't seem to find anything. Anything as interesting though.
Armistice Day. Myanmar votes.
Oh my god, what Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Business, health. Technology. FBI accused on darknet attack. Wasn't there another website? I think it's called Google Trends. Know about this website?
Google Trends.
And it shows the trends within stories and what people are searching for, and this can kind of guide us as to what is being searched. So the University of Missouri is being searched a lot right now. Democratic debate #2. Trending stories. A lot of people are searching sports. I guess there's just different searches in general.
Who's Kim Davis? Like, I've been hearing about her.
Well, I don't know.
Miss County Clerk.
Okay, so trends. What top stories? Let's do it by science and technology. The Nobel Prize. We were talking about this last time, right? Nah, these are more popular trends.
Yeah.
CNN. You've been keeping up with CNN on your phones?
Yeah.
Trump calling Carson a molester. Look at this. Look at what ISIS is saying. You ever hear?
Yeah.
I don't know. Major assault on ISIS launched. Who launched that assault on ISIS?
Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
And I heard in the news. I think I was driving yesterday morning or the day before yesterday. I listened to NPR in the morning, 88.9, and I heard they were talking about how fast they had mobilized their forces and how they launched the attack. And I think the global community was surprised at how Russia handled the whole situation. And at times I don't even know what to believe anymore. You know how sometimes they say things like these. They say things like this so that now they can give the Department of
A better network, as
Defense,
explained by a door. This is data on a wireless
so they don't take away their budget.
A door! Let's all go through it together! When it gets busy,
You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
there's
so they can increase their spending, or so they won't have any cuts at all.
yes, so they might sensationalize pieces of the
Yeah.
and then
Uh,
to make an argument so that they can continue to have a budget or expand on that budget.
Right.
So at this point, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. And then 20 aircraft hit by lasers yesterday. Kim Jong-un official purged. Another one? There was another one he killed, right?
Yeah.
What was this? One of his uncles, or what was it?
Technology empowers us to achieve more. It pushes us to go further.
Special Olympics has almost 5 million athletes in 170 countries. The Microsoft Cloud allows us to immediately be able to access information wherever we are. Information for an athlete's medical care or information to track their personal best. With Microsoft Cloud, we save millions of man hours. And that's time that we can invest in our athletes and changing the world.
An ominous sign that Kim Jong-un may have eliminated another person from his inner circle. Cho Ryong-hae, considered one of Kim's closest confidants, a right-hand man, was not seen recently among names of officials planning for the funeral of a top military leader, and reportedly did not show up for the funeral itself.
Well, tells us that he is likely to be purged or at a minimum sidelined from the top elite. This would be a very significant event, and unless he's on his deathbed, he would attend this kind of a funeral.
Why was Cho apparently purged? Experts say it could have been incompetence, betrayal, or possibly an internal dispute with others in Kim's circle over shady business deals.
The North Korean regime is essentially now a kleptocracy. And the easiest way for most Americans to understand this is to think of it as Sopranos drama, where families representing different cliques are vying for power.
The Yonhap news agency, citing South Korean intelligence, says Cho Ryong-hae has been sent to the Kim Il-sung Higher Party School in East Pyongyang, where analysts say officials who run afoul of Kim undergo brutal psychological conditioning and interrogation. The North Koreans call it re-education.
It's not a country club. It is almost certainly a very grueling process where there's both physical and mental abuse and strain.
Experts say Cho may not have been executed because he's a so-called princeling, the son of a revolutionary hero who fought with Kim's grandfather, Kim Il-sung, against the Japanese. But Kim Jong-un doesn't shy away from killing legendary figures. He executed his powerful uncle, Jang Song-taek, who he suspected of betrayal. He reportedly had a defense minister killed with an anti-aircraft gun. South Korean officials say he's executed more than 70 top officials since taking power 4 years ago.
So I think what we're seeing is a very protracted power consolidation process in which the leadership is acting in very ruthless ways, very draconian, not subtle ways, in order to try to gain leadership within the system.
Wow. And to think that I'm going there in the summer.
The Miller family had to replace the pastor they lost.
Well, I hadn't told you, Adi, right?
No. What is it?
Yeah, I'm planning to go to North Korea.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you're gonna get one of those fake tours.
Yeah, I heard the tours
Yep.
are really fake and stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna pay for a fake tour.
Yeah. Probably not even real fruit there.
Well, I'm gonna try my best to see past all their, illusions and see what I can. I went to David Copperfield and I was able to see past his illusions. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see past North Korea's setup.
Facade. When are you going?
Summer, I'm flying. I'm doing an Asia tour.
Oh, okay.
So I'm taking from here to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles, Tokyo,
Okay.
Tokyo, Seoul, and then Seoul, Beijing, and there's the tour that flies out from Beijing into Pyongyang, and the minimum I think is like 5 days. I don't know if it's, yeah, I think it's 3 or 5 days. I don't know. For the North Korea tour, but the whole thing overall, I think I'm gonna spend like 60 days over there.
Oh, well.
That's very interesting.
So I don't know. I don't know if they can allow for me to take pictures. I'll take pictures of everything else, but I don't know if they'll allow for me to take pictures of North Korea. But we'll see. Okay, well it's 9 o'clock, and we're gonna end the session. And then remember, we do have a meeting on Saturday, and it says the bus departs at 6:30. So
At what time are we going to be taking the test? You know?
I really don't know the schedule yet, but I can give it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Well,
yes,
what school are we testing at, or like where?
in Westbrook.
Westlaco?
Do you have permission slips, all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Aiden gave me
activate.
one.
Okay, yeah, and they won't let you ride the bus unless you come in with a permission slip,
Okay.
like always, right? So make sure you have a permission slip if you're going, and I think we're supposed to meet at the back of the school where they have the buses.
Okay.
So don't park in the front and then think that people are gonna be there, because you're gonna be at the back of the school where the buses park.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it, and then we can see if go by my room and turn in a permission slip so I can have them there. If not, you bring it the day that we go. Okay, I'll take some snacks and then just show up and be ready.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye guys.
Bye.